Welcome to ELR-Precision and welcome to the review of the Sightmark Latitude 8-32x60. This thing clicks in an 1/8 of an MOA. It's got a 34mm tube. It's got a 60mm bell. It's got 8-32 on the zoom. It's got an impressive 29 MOA of windage adjustment to the left and to the right. And it's also got quite an impressive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, don't get dirty now. 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, the camera's having a hard time, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 94 MOA of vertical adjustment. Now let's bring that back. Okay, here we go. That's the 250 meter. And coming back to the 1500 meter. And that is just me pushing it around. All right, so it's got an impressive range of elevation. It's got an impressive range of windage. It's got a impressive zoom. If we zoom out, that's the 8 power all the way into the 36 power. The thing that impresses me the most about this thing is actually the glass. The clarity of the glass in the Sightmark Latitude 8-32x60 is actually quite good. Now, looking at the target downrange, we can see clearly defined edges and clearly defined up at the corners there, the holders that hold on to the target. Everything is quite clear. Let's see if we still have that blinker out there. We still have a blinker going off out there. These are the Caldwell blinkers that are going crazy. And I don't think that has anything to do with the Caldwell blinkers as such. I think it has something to do with the way that they've been mounted to the plate. I'm going to have to talk to Caldwell about that. Now going back to the target. The clicks are nice and audible. They're nice and tactile. They give a good haptic feedback to your clicks. So when you do dial on the Sightmark Latitude 8-32x60, you're not in doubt. It's clearly audible to hear what you're doing, to feel what you're doing. The turrets are actually, they're okay size-wise. I prefer the turrets that I use to be huge, like super oversized. If I were to give any feedback to Sightmark on the turrets, I would say the height is good. Make them a little bit beefier. I mean, a little bit chunkier on the outside. Make them bigger because I have really big hands. This is, I think, an 11 size mitt I'm running around with. I think that for the cost that you get in the Latitude 8-32, you actually get quite a good scope. I would not hesitate using this scope as a F-class scope, which it also is. It's got the F-class reticle in there. It's got everything you need from a scope basically for F-class, because you have that really, really fine reticle in there that makes it not so busy as you, for example, see with the with the Tremor 5 or the Tremor 3 or the other reticles that are SKMR2s and so on. from other scope brands that make it busier. Sightmark also do a Christmas tree style reticle, but in F-class you don't really need that, and in extreme long range we usually dial for everything anyway, so we don't really need that. I have it in all my stuff because I think it's handy. I like to be able to just hold out to one or the other side for quick adjustment. You don't necessarily need that. If you have the time to dial for everything, then I would also prefer to dial for everything because it makes everything more redoable. I don't know the word for that. Yeah, let's just take a walk around on the Sightmark Latitude 8-32x60. Now, as I said, we get a turret, which I feel, for me and for my size of hands, big hands, could be a little bit bigger. But they do have good audible clicks. We get a side adjustable parallax that goes down to, let's get that focused. There you go. 20 yards, I would guess. Goes through 100, 2, 3, 5, and infinity. Now, I would never use this to gauge distance. I always turn the parallax until it makes sense. And a lot of the scope manufacturers have stopped putting numbers on there because they don't want people to dial distance with that, because if you do use it for hunting, then you can accidentally shoot an animal that's dialed in for the wrong distance, maybe by a couple of meters, and that of course can result in an animal being hit where it's not supposed to be hit. A gut shot instead of a heart shot, or a leg shot instead of a heart shot. So always make sure that you verified your distances and dial for that instead of using the parallax. That's just my little personal thing. Going back to, and as you see, what you see in the scope is through a camera, so the picture is a little bit clearer just looking through it. Now, it's not a bad day, but it's kind of overcast. Sun is hiding behind that cloud. For wind, of course, you get all that adjustment, and that goes out to either side, of course. And it is quite an impressive range of adjustment for any scope, actually. And for a reasonably priced scope to have that amount of range is actually quite good. Now, of course, this is going to collect more light because of that enlarged bell. We have an enlarged bell at the front to collect more light. And I actually think it's quite a handsome scope. I like it. I've been using it now for a couple of shootings, a couple of weeks, and it's been good. It hasn't missed what I've wanted it to not miss. If that makes a lot, that doesn't make a lot of sense. But it's been a pleasure working with the Sightmark Latitude 8-32x60. In the box, of course, you do get a sunshade. You, of course, get everything that's on the scope. Would be really nice if we could have a throw lever for it. Not that it's really necessary. It's nice and smooth. It does have a little bit of a slop spot, but it's not too bad. It is nice and smooth on the zoom. It would still be nice with a throw lever so we could just zoom in zip, super quick. And the reticle here moving around is not because of the scope, it's just me standing on diamond plate. Get that back on target like that. All right, here we are with some scores, and the Sightmark 8-32x60 racks up some pretty impressive scores for a scope that is €7.99. That's quite a cheap scope, and well, let's go over them. They're going to be up on screen. Illumination, 8 out of 10. It's got good illumination. It's got some good extremes. It's low enough for really dark, and it's also bright enough to see in daytime. It's got red and green, which I still can't quite decide if I like that or not. See, it's got green and it's got red. Again, I'm not quite sure I like that or not, but we'll leave that up to you guys to see if you guys like that or not. Parallax adjustment, I like it. It's good. It's got a nice tautness to it. It's relatively easy to adjust, which also means that gets an 8, which is not a bad score at all. Turrets. We've been over this. I'd like them to be a little bit bigger, and I'd like them to be a little bit more tactile. And I like them to be a little bit more clicky than they are. So those also get an 8. I am impressed by the range of of windage and the range of elevation in the turrets. So that's actually not bad. They get an 8. The eye relief, I'm happy with the eye relief on this thing. It can it's relatively easy to find the eye relief even at 32 power, where most scopes come to have problems holding onto an eye relief because everything is in the extremes. This actually does quite a good job at holding that eye relief even at 32 power. And at 8 power, of course, it's easy as pie. So that also racks up an 8. The thing that impresses me the most with this thing is actually the glass. This is a €799 MSRP scope. It's about $950 in today's money. And the glass in this thing it's got good clarity, it's got good color, it's got a surprising lack of chromatic aberration, and it's got a little bit on a bright background with a dark target. We were shooting at filming towards some leaves on a tree on a white background that were about 400 meters out, and there was a little bit of blue fringing around the edges on the leaves. But that's to be expected from basically any scope at any price point. We'll talk about chromatic aberration another day, but it's got a surprising lack of it. The glass in this thing is actually quite good. I like it a lot. It racks up an 8, and yeah, moving on. Zoom. That is where this scope does not rack up that big points. I'm going to give this a 6. I have talked to Sightmark about this issue, and they are going to address it. That's what I'm told. There's a little bit of a slop right there, where nothing happens. Just a little bit, but it's there, and it's really annoying when you know that it's there. It doesn't feel like it's supposed to be there. The scope is, dare I say, it's too good for it to be there. So I've talked to Sightmark. They say that they are going to address it, and it would be nice to have a throw lever for this thing. But anyway, I digress. So zoom is a 6, and I'm going to give it an overall score. Everything is made of metal. You get a nice beefy fat sunshade for it. Everything is nicely put together. Everything screws out nicely. All the different threads on here feel nice. They work well. So I'm going to give it an overall score of 7. That's pretty good scores for a scope at €799. So I'm quite impressed with this thing. If I were shooting F-class, no doubt I would not. I've been shooting this thing. I've been using it on my 22. I've been using it on my 6.5. Been using it on my 338. I've been using it from 25 meters out to around 1600 meters. Both at 25 meters and at 1600 meters, it's been a pleasure to work with. It's been good, and yeah, I would not hesitate using this on an F-class rifle if I had one of those. That's not really my game, but it's a cool scope. I like the reticle to be a little bit more busy. I like the Tremor 5, or the SCAM R2, or the Tremor 3s, or whatever. F-class reticles are cool for what they are, and again, this clicks in an 1/8 of an MOA. So when you are out at ranges that are further than 25 meters, it's really finite to get those adjustments in. So that's good. Anyway, I don't think I can do that quicker than that. And that's still 6 minutes, 17 seconds. I think that was what I had to say about the Sightmark Latitude 8-32x60. Now, if you do get a Latitude 8-32x60, make sure to tell me what you guys think of it. Leave a like, leave a share, leave a subscribe. That's what keeps me going. So, and if you have gotten this far, please leave a subscribe. It would be great. I'll probably put this in the front, in the first part. I don't know. Anywho, stay tuned and stay safe.